quite dangerous with high heel shoes on. Did you all enjoy the potpourri this morning? That was wonderful, and I feel extremely welcome. Thanks to Deputy Vice-Chancellor John Morrow, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Jeff Perry and the THETA Chair Liz Gosling for their welcome, and a thank you to the elders of the Maori elders for their welcome ceremony. It was wonderful. It's great to see so many people here with a high, sort of common interest in higher education. For each of our member organisations, I think we're experiencing an incredibly exciting time in higher education. The application of today's technology has potential to transform how students learn, academics teach and research, and corporate services administrate. The libraries of today are very different from the libraries most of us use to support our studies. All of us here have a role in realising the huge potential of technology to not only transform how we work, but in many respects transform lives. I'm going to digress here a little bit and tell a bit of a personal story, so please excuse me for my indulgence. But it's a demonstration to me of just how different technology makes things for people now. I was what was known as a distance education student many years ago. I lived in a small country town, had not gone to university from school. My undergraduate study was completed whilst I worked full-time and was the parent of 3 young children. I would receive huge parcels of literature from the institution and would have to then wait several days for library materials to arrive. I had little access to lecturers, and the only way I knew if I was on the right track was through my assignment marks. When I submitted an assignment, I had to make sure I kept the postal receipt as proof of submission, in case it went astray in the mail. Distance education students were largely on their own, without access to tutorials and on-campus peer support, or academic libraries. In contrast, my daughter is now studying for an undergraduate degree, and one of my sons is doing some postgraduate study. They both work full-time and have families, but they have the flexibility to study when they like, because everything's available online. All their assignments are submitted online, sometimes as video content. My daughter has recently had to submit an assignment that includes singing and dancing, much to her chagrin. Although they have varying experience of support, which is something that we actually need to understand when we deliver study online to students, is that we have to actually look at our support models and how we support them. And certainly their experience has been very varied. Sometimes they get very good support and sometimes they get very poor support. But without the advances in technology, the changing nature of libraries and new ways of delivering content and assessing progress, neither of them would be able to undertake that study in their personal circumstances. And I think that's so true of very many people. At CAUDIT, we're re-evaluating our role and how we continue to provide value to our members, institutions and industry. We're looking at new and different ways in which we can support our members to connect, enable and challenge during these exciting times. As part of this reimagining, we will look to create even closer relationships with our peer organisations such as CAUL and ACODE to identify more opportunities for collaboration. There is an overwhelming body of research that shows how diversity of thought and perspective achieves amazing outcomes. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the wonderful THETA Organising Committee, comprising members from our 3 associations, CAUDIT, CAUL and ACODE, and supported by our conference organiser, Icon Events, as well as the staff from the 3 organisations. A special thank you to our co-hosts Liz Gosling and Liz Coulter, and the staff of the Auckland University of Technology and the University of Auckland. And I know how many hours those people have put into this conference. Those people, together with the committee members, have invested an enormous amount of time and passion in THETA 27, on top of their day jobs. This is certainly reflected in the wonderful program that's been developed, and we're all looking forward to with great anticipation. If you would like to know more about our member organisations, CAUL, ACAUDIT and CAUDIT, please visit our booth on level 5. I won't talk any more about what we do at CAUDIT, but certainly there's a lot of information available on the booth.